Hey friends, welcome to another video. Achumunifo Brandon here. So for those of you who don't know, I just turned 28 a few weeks ago, and I did not really do anything exciting during my birthday, but take some time to think and reflect about my life. And at the end of the day, I came up with 7 lessons I have learned in life that has been my drive. I've used these lessons to always improve myself and also to stay conscious about the things that are happening around me and in the world as a whole. So make sure you watch the video right up to the end, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't also forget to share the video to help some people learn new lessons today. The very first lesson I learned in life was that every human being has a locked mind. Your mind is unlocked, but you have the power to unlock your mind, and you could do that by educating yourself, by reading books. The more books you read, the more wiser you become. That's why the Bible says, people perish because they lack knowledge. That's a very realistic parable, because the only reason why you are in a problem and you can't seem to lay your hand on the solution is because you lack proper knowledge on how to handle that problem. If only you could take some time, study the problem, and educate yourself on how to solve this problem. It might take some time, but eventually you will come out with a solution to that problem. Every word of wisdom, motivation, and inspiration you get from me are not the things I was born with them existing in me already. I grew up and I started learning these things by reading motivation books, books that talks about wisdom, and other books that talks about inspiration. And at the end of the day, I educated myself and become wiser. So please, self-education is very important. If you want to really push ahead of life, if you want to move ahead of life, then you have to be able to educate yourself. The second lesson I learned in life is, if I really wanted to do something, I will always find a way to do that thing. If I don't want to do it, I always find an excuse to stay away from that thing. There was a time I really wanted to go back to school, and I had the opportunity to go to school. But I kept telling myself, oh, I feel like I was already too old to go to school. But when I went to school, I realized there were people twice my age and they are still in school. So if you're watching this and you find yourself giving excuses when you want to do something, then just know those are not the things you really want to do in life. Stop doing those things and find the things that excite you and look for a way to start doing them. Stop wasting your time on things that don't excite you in life, because at the end of the day, that's why you see a lot of people starting something and they are trying to be there, they're trying to be consistent for a period of time. And after a certain period of time, they abandon those things and jump into new things. That's because these things does not excite them. Maybe you're just doing this thing because somebody told you to do it, or somebody brought up the idea and you thought it was wise to try. But the things that really excite you, believe me, no matter the challenges you face, you always come with a solution. You always look for a way to figure things out. The third lesson I have learned in life is, there is no such thing like get rich quick. Wealth, real wealth, takes time to be built. So if you find yourself amongst people who are telling you things like, I have this platform, all you need to do is put a certain amount of money, and you are not offering any skill or service in return, and the money is just going to be multiplying as days goes by, please stay away from those people. Run away from those kind of people. Because for you to really make money, you need to either have a skill, you need to have a product, or have a service you could offer in exchange for money. So instead of you spending all your time looking for platforms where you could just go and put some money and it multiplies overnight, take that time to learn a skill, to develop a product, or to think of a service you could offer in return for money. The fourth lesson I learned in life is, so long as you don't give up on what you are doing, you're certainly going to win. I got this from a story I learned growing up with my brother. When we were growing up as teenagers, he used to be the kind of person that loved to listen to rap music. And I was not really a fan of rap music. And there was this artist called Jovi. He listened to his music every single day and night. And I was so mad because that was all he plays, but he kept on doing it. And I realized there became a time where I started liking the music. And I was even singing some of the music already, even though I do not love this music. So what is the lesson here? You might be doing something and it seems at the moment like nobody cares about what you are doing. Be consistent. Keep doing what you are doing. If they keep hearing you every day, if they keep seeing you doing what you're doing every day, it will become a time where these people will actually fall in love with you. Well, each time I think about this is my main motivation each time I'm creating my content. I know I'm posting the videos online. I don't have a lot of people watching. I don't have a lot of people reacting to it. But I know if I keep doing what I'm doing, someday I'm certainly going to talk about something that will engage somebody. And that person that has been watching my videos every day, not reacting to it, not paying attention to it, if that person keeps seeing me on Google, Instagram, YouTube, and someday he sees people talking about me, certainly that person, not just a single person, but people are going to start searching me up and start following me and start reacting to my content. So please don't give up on what you are doing. It might seem at the moment like people don't care, but believe me, if you stay consistent and you are focused, you are going to reap the fruits of your labor. Life is, we could achieve anything if we are determined enough and set up our mind to achieve these things. Okay, a few days ago, I was talking to one of my brothers on LinkedIn, and in the process of the discussion, he asked what was I into. I told him I was an IT professional. He was like, wow, you must be a very smart person to be doing IT. But for me, that's not true. You don't have to be smart to become an IT professional. If you are really determined to become an IT professional, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult it is, you always look for ways to figure things out. Not just in IT, but whatever profession you want to get into. Don't get that mentality that that profession is hard and it's meant for only a certain category of people with a high IQ. No. Make sure this thing is something you're motivated to learn and you are excited about. And if you go into it with that excitement and that motivation, it doesn't matter. You will be able to figure it out. The sixth lesson I have learned in life is this. The best way you can help others is by helping yourself more. If you have ever traveled by air and in a plane, the flight attendant will always tell you this. If you ever get into a situation where you need to use an oxygen mask, even if you have your child seated close to you, make sure you put on your mask first before you try to help your child. Because if you try to help your child without your mask, at the end of the day, your oxygen might be short in your lungs and you will not be able to help your child and you will not be able to even help yourself. And this thing was something I was neglecting. Like, I did not really care about. I thought helping was taking everything you have and give the person that needs help. For instance, if I had like $1,000 and I have that opportunity to invest that $1,000 in myself, and maybe in a few days, in a few months, there will be some growth on that money and I might have $2,000. Instead, I would decide to take that $1,000 and help somebody that I believe that person needs help. But in return, you are not helping yourself, you are not helping these people, because at the end of the day, that person might need another $1,000 someday in the future. But just because you do not invest that money in yourself, you will not be able to provide that person with another $1,000 in the future. So if you have an opportunity to invest in yourself and you love helping other people, invest in yourself first before you start thinking about helping people. I know it might seem like people would think you are stingy, you are greedy, you are wicked at the moment, but in the long run, you will have that luxury to help a lot of people just because you took out a lot of time to help yourself and invest in yourself first. The seventh and one of the most important lessons I have learned in life is this. All of us are going to leave this earth one day. So if we have an opportunity to show love to our loved ones, let's do it as soon as possible while they are living, because aside from the fact that we are going to miss these people so much when they are no more in our lives because they are dead, we should not let ourselves be eaten up by that guilt when we realize we had these people for a very long time, but we spend a lot of time quarreling and fighting with each other. So please, use the time you have with your loved ones to have fun, to make beautiful memories. Just in case, if you wake up one day and you don't see them anymore, you should have memories of the good times you spent together rather than memories of the bad time you spent together. If you have a misunderstanding with your loved ones, try to tackle the issue as soon as possible and continue to move on with your life happily and peacefully, because someday they will be gone. And you might have an issue with your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband. While waiting for tomorrow to settle the issue, they might be gone in the night. So please, let's take time to show some love to our loved ones and make good memories with them. Thank you. watching this video. Hope you like the video. If you do, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the video to help other people learn some new lessons today. God bless you. Peace.